Heading now to the State House, there is new insight into how South Carolina students are doing when it comes to our classrooms.
Yeah, just hours ago, the state releasing the latest SC Ready scores. Education leaders say those results show promising gains in English language arts, while less than half of students are meeting expectations in math.
News 19's Josie Frost joining us now from the State House with a much closer look.
The Department of Education has set a goal: 75% of students testing at or above their grade level by 2030. While this year's SC Ready test scores show we're closing in on that goal in English language arts, progress in math is still lagging behind.
And I believe that the results that we are here talking about today, especially in literacy, is one small step for every individual student in this state and one giant leap forward for our entire state on this journey.
In the latest results, which were compiled from the 2024-2025 school year, the percentage of students reading or writing at their grade level jumped from around 53% last year to nearly 60% this year. At least half of all students met or exceeded expectations in English for all grade levels. But the same can't be said for math. Statewide, only around 44% of students are meeting expectations, an increase of a little over 1% from last year. For middle schoolers in particular, in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, less than 40% of students tested at their grade level for math.
We are really struggling in math as a state, and not just here in South Carolina. This is something that is happening across the country, and so we've got to figure out how to address that.
Kershaw County School District saw significant growth. They improved in 13 out of 14 categories. Dan Matthews is the Chief Academic Officer.
We have been very focused on being sure that we were aligned to the standards that the state of South Carolina puts out. Doesn't do any good for us to teach things that aren't part of the standards.
They also made major improvements in their math scores on the SC Ready and the end of course exams.
We focus on our subgroups, whether that's a student who is a multilingual student or special education student or student in poverty, and being sure that we scaffold interventions for them so we bring them up to the level of all students. The rising tide raises all boats.
Students in poverty also saw increases across all grade levels for English scores, while students with disabilities had gains in proficiency. Reporting at the State House, Josie Frost, News 19, WLTX.
Was another